Alrighty then, folks. Time to get started with more ESO. Yes. And I almost forgot I have caffeine too, so actually saves me a few problems. But enough about me. We got an ESO to do, so we need to grab and get started, shall we? And right over here, we got a nice little think piece that was put out on behalf of Madam Lim in the game. We'll see them later on here. But enough rambling. ESO time. There we go. And lollipop, lollipop, oh la 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 lollipop. Mm-hmm. Gotta love that coffee. And while we wait to get this loaded up, of course. Ah, here it is. Going through all of our character roll call. And as we pull up dances about rhythm and do more elsewhere, it's time to get our elsewhere going on here. Did work out at the very least. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can't remember the 4th of Cyrodiil, apparently. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the first! And they literally went into his first sermon. Oh, I almost forgot. Birthday gifts from last week. Four Sovngarde crates, 5 All-Maker crates. We're definitely going to be saving those for... You know what? We're going to go ahead and save those for our wonderful thing in June. But I think we actually need to be over in... here. she's on. Background is off. Yeah, I'm gonna have to eventually get this dealt with here. What is it with the damn... Go ahead and grab some river hole. Get rid of that. Base. River hole out of the quest. Okay, so it's a side quest. Got it.
Over here, Five Claw. Ah, Five Claw. Good, good. This one brings another message from the great and powerful Tharn.
What is it, Mirzashi?
Abner Tharn demands your presence in the War Council. You know, Gaharjab Hall, in Riverhold. Trouble is coming, Five Claw. This one can feel it in her tail.
Yeah, I can definitely feel it in my wrists too, but for those of us playing the home game, trouble? What makes you say that?
This one wouldn't be Lord Gareshi's best spy if she didn't listen at closed doors. The Usurper Queen marches on Riverhold. Tharn needs you to help defend the city. This
I'll have him do that.
Studying the great Tharn.
Nice. Keep studying.
This is ridiculous. Piling up carts and boxes.
We must all do our part.
We should have just built a damn wall after we liberated the city the first time.
But you can't always get what you want.
His work never ends.
Boom. Here you go. It's annoying, to say the least. If I have to, I'm gonna need to roll back the damn drivers. There's just no way about it here. That was the letter from Maddie. It is, as manganese. Now we make our way to Abbey slowly. Let's have a chat with Abby. And Lord, we got Abby and 1-800-ASK Gary here.
Dragons, necromancers, multiple Cadwells, and now Euraxian soldiers marching on Riverhold. I ask you, could this day get any worse? Your skills, such as they are, may be of use. There's much to do and not a lot of time available.
Yep. Well, it usually could, but let's focus on one thing at a time. It does look like I did beat Euraxia's forces here. That's a good sign.
Yes, but Garish Ree's scouts report that they're on their way. I fear our visit to my half-sister has riled her anger. What remains of the militia has set up around the city, but I wish there were more of them. They could use your help.
What you need me to do here, Abby?
Garish Ree put Chimera in charge of the city's defenses. She's mobilizing the Desert Wind adepts, every volunteer she could muster, and what's left of the militia. Turns out she's a good leader. Who knew? Report to her and receive your orders.
Thank Grace. I'll drop in the Cammy.
Find Chimera outside and see what she requires. Euraxian soldiers will soon reach Riverhold. When that happens, all oblivion will break loose.
Obviously, of course. But, for those who's playing the home game, what's happening here again?
You must have taken a more serious beating than I thought at Desert Wind. Oh, very well. After I inadvertently had some small part in releasing the dragons from the halls of Colossus,
Obviously.
I came to Elsewhere to find a way to rectify the situation.
And you sent me to help you against the dragons.
So your memory isn't totally addled? Yes. But we discovered that the Khajiit had more to deal with than just the dragons. My half-sister, Euraxia, the usurper queen of Riverhold, has aligned with the great beasts and necromancers to conquer Elsewhere.
All sounds familiar. At least to me. Anything else our home audience needs to know?
Just that Cadwell, the gallant knight of Cold Harbor, seems to be involved. Well, his physical remains, anyway. Zumog Foom seeks Cadwell the Betrayer's severed body parts in order to restore the evil knight. To what end? I have no idea.
Well, as we both know, it's almost always to get John Cleese on GDN. But tell me about GDN John Cleese and how he's different from Monty Python.
According to Khajiiti legend, Cadwell the Betrayer was one of the heroes who helped Kunzar Ree imprison the dragons in the halls of Colossus. Euraxia employs the necromancer Zumog Foom and his cadre of dark mages. He reanimated Cadwell's head.
I remember. Headless Wanderers over on GDN while our Gallant Knight is stuck with us. Let's have a chat with Lord 1-800-ASK Gary here.
I sent Chimera out to coordinate the city's defenses while Tharn and I continue to refine our strategy. Can we hold this city, or should we fall back? I hope the battle mage can pull a miracle out of his ear, but we cannot count on that.
What made you decide to put Cammy in charge of the city defense?
Chimera knows Riverhold and its people well. Her training has prepared her for this. She is more than capable of organizing our defenses and converting our strategies into actionable tactics. She is very good at getting things done.
Obviously. Do you really think that Abby's half-sister will attack the city?
When Euraxia first conquered our home, she occupied the entire upper tier of northern Elsewhere, from Riverhold to Riemann. It took many years and much blood to retake the northwest and confine her to Rimmon. I have no doubt she will attack.
You think we can hold out?
It won't be easy, but our strategy is sound and Chimera excels at executing tactics. Between Captain Nalado's remaining warriors and the Desert Wind adepts you brought, we should have the forces we need. Provided Euraxia does not send a dragon.
Alright, I'll go find Cammy. We've done our talk with Lord 1-800 Ask Gary, so now that Gary's been settled, let's go ahead and talk to Cammy.
Greetings, Walker. Have you a moment to speak?
Not right now. Let's go ahead and have a chat with Cammy.
We need your cart to help barricade the city, Grishka. The main will compensate you for any damage.
Feel free to...
I knew nothing good would come of Abner Tarn's efforts to make peace with the usurper queen. Now she turns her attention to Riverhold. We must protect the city, no matter what Euraxia throws at us.
Well, Abby said to report to you for orders.
So many have answered the call. Zamorak and the Desert Wind adepts, the people of Riverhold. Even that strange Cadwell. And now you, Fiveclaw. Excellent! I have things that need to be done, but not enough hands to do them. If you are willing.
What you need to do?
The outlying farms are vulnerable to attack. We need to get the farmers inside the walls before Euraxia's forces arrive. Go to Greenleaf Farm and convince Zazie to move her family. After that, I will send...
Got it.
Wait, Walker. Zamorak will accompany you.
Dan, what's up?
This one would go with you to the Greenleaf Farm. The farmers there were kind when Zamorak passed that way on his return. He would help you convince them to find safety inside the town.
Where were you returning from, Zamorak?
Exile. Circumstances force Zamorak to leave the land he loves. Zamorak understands, but that may be easier said than done. The fastest way to reach the farm is through the gate in the western wall.
Oh, this spring is then parcel in the tiny little nook.
Cadwell?
Sunlight, flowers, fresh air. How do you people tolerate this dreadful place? There's no azure plasm, no comfy sounds of torment. There's not even a hint of the sweet scent of oblivion. Alas, I miss the simple pleasures of Cold Harbor.
Don't worry, Cadwell. Get you back over to Monty Python and Milan. Flower. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a driver roll back on this. There's just no way about it.
Euraxians, here! We expected an attack from the east and south, but they somehow encircled the town.
And we get...
Get out, servant of the usurper queen. Before this one, close your eyes. Who are you to burst into our home without permission? Wait, this one recognizes the brawny adept standing behind you. What do you want with Zazie and her family?
Zamark and I came to warn you. Your Axians are about to sweep through here. You need to get to Riverhold now.
The Euraxians are already here! They seem to be searching for something, though so far they have left us alone. But this one's mate and brother, Kinaro and Hirsch, they are still in the fields, and we will not run while our family remains separated.
We'll look for him.
You would do that? Thank you, Walker.
Stay safe.
When son plans to join the militia, Zazie would rather keep him safe, but children never appreciate the advice of their elders, yes?
You mentioned he likes to hide. Any idea where?
A few small caves lie to the west, in the hills.
Alright.
I should be the one to search for father and uncle, not these outsiders.
Hey! You'll do no such thing!
Stay back!
Naro's alive. First, did not look so lucky.
Go away! Haven't you done enough?
I'm not one of your Axius thugs. Zazie sent me to find you.
Zazie, is she safe? Thank John and Jode. Dark moons, what a disaster. The soldiers appeared and chased us out of the fields. Then they started digging. Hirsch threw a rock. They responded with an arrow. Now my mate's brother is dead.
Any idea what the soldiers were looking
I
for?
heard one of the soldiers mention body parts. Such gruesome work. But no one is buried in our fields, at least as far as I know. Oh, Walker, I have no idea how Zazie will react to the news of Hirsch's death. Dark moons indeed.
First things first, you're alive. Get back to your farmhouse, gather up your family, get to Riverhold.
This one will say the words to guide Hirsch to the sands behind the stars.
Thank you, Adept. I'll go and break the sad news to Zazie.
Go, Walker. Convince Zazie to take her family and flee. Zamarak will find you later, after he completes the rite.
You good here?
This one is not a defenseless farmer. He will say the words to guide Hirsch to the sands behind the stars. It is the least this one can do.
You are not to blame for this death, then.
Zamarak wishes that were so. But if wishes were moon sugar, we would be buried under a mountain of sweetness.
Where are these
When a
sand
true
mines at?
Khajiit dies, they are welcome to the sands behind the stars. There, they play and pray until the next bounce.
Up and out. Time to break the sad news to Zazie that her brother is no mas.
We all grieve for Hirsch, Miniza.
Zazie?
This one's brother now walks the endless sands behind the stars. Zazie's sorrow is only eclipsed by the hatred she feels towards the Araxians.
Grieve later. Right now, take your family and get to Riverhold.
This one's brother would want us to stay here and defend our farm. Zazie would be a poor sister and a poorer matriarch of this family if she tucked her tail between her legs and slunk away.
Your Axian forces are right outside. You're gonna die here just like your brother.
But... Damn you, Walker! We can't even spare a moment to take care of Hirsch's remains? No. The living are more important than the dead. We will go into the city. However, if this one gets killed anyway, she promises to haunt you.
Zamark's praying over Hirsch, don't worry. You just be careful, stay safe, and get to Riverhold.
Ah, 5 Claw. Good. I have another task for you.
Ah, perfect timing.
I hoped to tell you before you were done here. I need you to head west. Nalado's scouts identified a number of Euraxian supply camps set up near the mountains. I want you to help Nalado and her soldiers disrupt the Euraxian supply lines.
Okay, what do you need me to do?
These western camps support the soldiers that encircle the city. Find the camps, startle their horses, and set fire to their wagons. Nalado's soldiers will grab whatever supplies they can, but your goal is to inflict mayhem and destruction.
Ah, Mayhem and Destruction. My twin middle names. I gotcha.
Once you scare off the horses and set fire to the wagons, that will be the signal for Nalado's soldiers to grab the supplies. And if any of the Euraxians complain, feel free to deal with them however you see fit.
And the soldiers are also taking some time to look for those body parts you might see in the groceries.
Zumog Fum! He wants to resurrect the betrayer from the ancient tales of Kunzari. Ever since Abner Tharn made the Moonsingers recall those legends, we have been haunted by them. But that is the next problem. First, we must protect Riverhold.
I'll go take care of the supply teams.
Do some damage, 5 Claw.
And for the record, Chimera, if it wasn't for Eurexia conquering Rimmon without authorization and slaughtering the rightful king and queen, then the Bolt of the Royal Line, if not the whole shebang, we would not be in this situation where we've had to essentially quarantine her. But I digress. Ah, cocksuckers need to die now. Saves me a few problems. Your inventory is full. Dilly dilly.
You've got rubbish, I've got needful goods.
There we go.
Only a fool refuses to trade with fezzes. You're no cheek, yes?
Alrighty then. That's been used.
Unburden your pack at a reasonable rate of...
And now we head this way. Although...
Ah, 5 Claw, just in time. Gamira told you what to do, yes?
Mayhem and destruction.
Mayhem. Such a beautiful word, especially when applied to dung-covered Uraxia. This one will keep the volunteers safe while you cause an uproar in the camp.
Why not you simply snuff these roosters and be done with it?
You did hear what Nalado said, yes? About the volunteers? Our militia consists of a few trained troops, plus many well-intentioned civilians who do not know a sword from a scissor. Guess which ones accompanied Nalado on this mission?
I'm gonna take a guess and say you got a lot of category B troops. Alrighty. Let's see.
Sleek and lively. Grab what you can.
Harvest some tinnitus plant. Pure water. It was clear water. That worked. Do-do-do.
Quickly, take as much as you can carry. Well done, 5 Claw. Let's talk over there.
And we got ourselves some goodies.
If those dungheads had proper tails, what we did to their supply camps would put a kink in them. One more small task, 5 Claw, if you are willing. This one would have you help the strange one named Cadwell.
Really, man? What's Cadwell doing that's needing my help? You don't mind me asking?
Cadwell was adamant about helping our cause. He's been tinkering with bits and scraps, claims he's made traps to slow down the Uraxians. If you would, help the Strange One set his traps where the Uraxians are sure to spring them.
I find him.
Cadwell works along the main road that heads south out of Riverhold. Make sure he doesn't blow himself to bits, yes? Now, Nalado must return to the city before the Uraxians arrive in force. This one wants to be there when the battle truly begins.
I'll go help Cadwell. But as far as blowing himself up to bits is going to be a bad thing, just keep in mind, all he's going to do is go back to Detroit. Here we go. There's our resident demolition expert.
So good to see you again. I missed you terribly. Now, mind where you step. I had no idea I could make such delightful murder toys. You don't want to stick a toe into any of them, though. Threw my little piggy right off.
You didn't know you could make traps.
I can play a lute. Magnificent sword play. My speciality. Can even make a delicious Daedra heart flambe. But these doodads that go kaboom just popped into my head while thinking about how to help the catfolk. I quite like the catfolk.
So you just figured out how to make traps by thinking about
Wouldn't
it.
that be remarkable? Decide you need to know something, and it just occurs to you in a flash of inspiration. Chocolate souffle. No, it didn't work. More likely, it's something I knew before they chopped my head off and scrambled my memories.
That's how you originally died, right?
Took it right off the old body, yes. Not that I recall details. Probably better that way. Anywho, you can help me arm the last few traps along the road. Just twiddle the spring and tweak the fiddly bit. Carefully. Watch. I'll show you.
Right, I'll do so.
To arm a trap, just twiddle this bit like so, and... Oh dear.
Yep.
I'm fine. I twiddled when I should have tweaked. Just a wee bit scorched, that's all.
Alright. On the other one.
Oh my, it's happening again. Well, that's an evil-looking orc. A necromancer, I do believe. I recognize that tree. They're on their way to Riverhold. That's not good. Not good at all. And I have enough trouble seeing through my own eyes, let alone someone else's. I hope this doesn't become a regular occurrence.
So it's another vision. What did you see?
The betrayer's head. I'm not sure why we're connected or why it insists on showing me the most disturbing images. I saw an orc necromancer, dreadful chap. He's coming to Riverhold and he's bringing his nasty undead chums with him.
Well, the necromancer is called Zumog Foon. And the betrayer's head, I believe that would belong to your GDN counterpart, Cadwell.
Rubbish and poppycock. That makes no sense. Wait. I remember something. The betrayer. Those loon priests called me that. Right before they... Well, we need to warn the cat people. The necromancer is coming and he's bringing undead.
Alright. Yeah, I heard the phrase for being your ex.
Riverhold with cats so bold. I'll see you there if truth be told.
Yeah. Dominique, Nico, sont tout là, tu sais, c'est bon.
They're definitely on their way, Chimera. Euraxians with perfectly aligned teeth.
Wow.
We must get inside and prepare to defend the town. Euraxia's forces are on their way.
It occurs to me that if I can see through the betrayer's eyes, he might be able to see through mine. I don't want to give away any military secrets, so I'll stay out here and defend the bridge, just like at the Battle of Bankin Rum.
Bankin Run, Cadwell?
Bankin Run? No, I don't think so. I'm quite certain I was defending the door to the ever-full flagon after the new shipment of Bankin Rum arrived. Delicious stuff, if a bit chunky for my taste. Anyway, I'll try not to look at anything important.
Really think the betrayer's head can see through your eyes?
Despicable necromancer dug up my old head. We still have a connection, I'm sorry to say. Seems reasonable to assume that if I can see out of it, it can see out of me. Wish I...
Yeah.
We must get inside and prepare to defend the town. Euraxia's forces are on their way.
Good thing, too. Cadwell had another vision, so soon I've been heading the river hole.
More undead. Just like at the Defense Force outpost. Regular troops are bad enough, but shambling corpses. They unsettle even the most seasoned Khajiiti warrior. We need to warn Gareshri.
Town's defense is ready?
Almost. I wish we had another day and another pride of warriors, but our claws are sharp. Finish your business, then tell me when you are ready. We will enter the town, clear the streets, and set the final defenses before we report to Gareshri.
Alrighty then, we're about to get ready for the defense of Riverhold. Yeah, before we get ahead of ourselves, go ahead and do a quick little show off here with Madam Wims. Up some content from the upcoming Scions of the Thelia, as well as Blackwood, which we'll be doing after this, and Southern Elsewhere / Dragon Guard. Dragon Guard. Music and shit, but that's Allocation of them. Wanderer's got a nice good slaggy. Like a slaggy. Hey, Death. And okay. I'm curious, finally, hence that appearances realm is an extension of their mind, nature, and life. Is that really it's true. There's a principle notion separating the two of us. Hargrave, you see, the personal danger power is removed from the equation. Powerful aids that has some bad agents. This hold on, sorry. Read it for me. Wow. The big shit was murdered. Okay. Strongly conditioned. As far as I'm aware, I'm not sure it is out of the question. It certainly has never happened before, but strange things happen on every day. And we're beyond that challenge, what we all thought we knew the day before. That's actually slightly disconcerting. Anyways. I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick break here. And I will be right back. You all might want to do the same and get some stretching in. I'll be back in about 5 minutes or so. We're back, folks. Go ahead and turn on my stuff here, and
We
go back where we are.
inside and prepare to defend the town. Euraxia's forces are underway.
Cadwell got another vision. He saw Zumok Foon approaching Riverhold.
More undead. Just like at the defense force outpost. Regular troops are bad enough, but shambling corpses. They unsettle even the most seasoned Khajiiti warrior. We need to warn Gareshri.
Oh, you don't have to tell me. We know you, warn 1-800 Ask Gary here. The town's defense is ready for attack.
Almost. I wish we had another day and another pride of warriors. But our claws are sharp. Finish your business, then tell me when you are ready. We will enter the town, clear the streets, and set the final defenses before we report to Gareshri.
Alright. Guess I'm ready to defend Riverhold here. Let's go ahead and report into Gary. Let's meet up with our allies.
Speaker, we have news.
Report, Kamira.
The Euraxians have necromancers in their ranks.
The usurper queen dare send undead against us? Five Claw, find Captain Nalido and warn her.
Added.
If you told me a year ago that I would be wandering elsewhere on behalf of the Khajiit to deal with a rage of dragons, I would have turned you into a newt for spouting such nonsense. Yet here we are.
Here we are, Addie. We got our buddy Zamorak here. We got one Scared
Too
here.
much Khajiiti blood has been spilled to allow Euraxia to retake this city.
How did the Erexians get in so fast?
Expert planning and flawless execution. They encircled the city and came at us from all sides. Euraxia's hired soldiers are well trained. The Northern Elsewhere Defense Force is not to be trifled with, but it's a militia, not a professional army.
Agreed. Seem a little less confident, though, about the outcome.
I have complete faith in our forces. Any Khajiit is worth 2 Euraxians. But when you add in the undead, the odds turn more desperate.
Here's Nalido.
The captain took command of the forces defending the town square.
Alright, let's go ahead and give Nalido the bad news here.
Strike hard! Drive back the Euraxians! 5 Claw, did the speaker send orders?
Riverhold belongs to Queen Euraxia Cats.
Grave-robbing cur!
Every death is just a new recruit for Euraxia's army.
This one hates killing the same fools again and again. This one must warn to us.
Necromancer's spell will animate every corpse in town. But this one has an idea. Meet Zamarak at the temple, and maybe we can disrupt the spell.
Eat the zombie. Temple of the Purifying Moons! Good idea.
Blessed moon pillars. They can cleanse the necromantic curse. This one must be at peace to memorize the inscription. They spilled blood in this sacred place. Keep the undead away, Walker. Zamorak and the prayer are one. Come, let us find the blessed pillar of the spring moon.
Okay, folks. Okay, folks.
As long as the necromantic spell remains in place, the dead will keep rising. Deal with the undead while Zamorak recites the prayer. The ground. Let us proceed to the summer moon. Deal with the undead while this one activates the pillar of the summer moon. Jashir. One more, the pillar of the winter moon, near Kahajab Hall. Vaba Kri Frisin. The moon pillars are activated. Riverhold is sanctified.
It's working. The dead are dead again.
Wait. Something is coming.
Dark moons! Dragons!
The dragons are here.
Dragons! This one will order the retreat.
Insignificant morsels!
No. Riverhold belongs to the Khajiit.
Kamira, consider your next words very carefully.
Now I'll speak the words my people need to hear. We are Khajiit. We are the children of Alkosh, the daughters and sons of Joan and Jode. We do not run, even from dragons.
Bologdan, prove your worth. Destroy these paltry insects.
Stand with me, people of Anequina, for I am Kamira, daughter of King Hemakar. I am your queen. Now, Five Claw, use the ballista and drive the dragon to the ground!
And I will once I find the goddamn dragon! You about to die, bitch. Suck it! dragon. You are now a Gucci handbag.
We have shown that the Khajiit will not run, not even from a dragon.
All hail Kamira, daughter of King Hemakar and Queen Numara.
Soon, Rimmon and all of Anequina will once again belong to us. The reign of the usurper queen nears its end. On this, I give you my word as the heir of Anequina, the daughter of King Hemakar, and the true queen of Rimmon.
We have plans to make. War Council, with me.
The speaker is correct.
Can you believe it, Five Claw? Our queen
in Kahajab Hall.
Alrighty then, let's head to Kahar. City Hall of Riverhold. Now another ransacking, folks. More seasoning, more millet. Hot pick, check. Salt rice. Grapes, apple. Perfect. That Alright, we've gone through that. Let's go ahead and have a chat. Ask Gary here. Kamira.
You helped give my people hope, Five Claw. That is a debt I will be hard-pressed to repay. Let us consult with Lord Gareshri and Abner Tarn. We have the rest of this war to plan out. Not to mention Cal Grontid and the dragons to deal with.
Okay, so you really are the Queen of Rimmon.
I am the heir to the throne of Rimmon. All of Anequina, to be exact. But I will not officially become the queen until the Main recognizes my lineage and heritage. Before that can happen, we need to remove Euraxia and her ilk from my palace.
There's also dragons and Fumofuns, necros.
I have not forgotten. Both the dragons and the necromancers can be defeated, though. You have shown that. We will find a way to prevail. We have to. Mulamnir and his superior Calgrontid, however. I expect they will not go down so easily.
Mulamnir and Calgrontid are basically Gucci handbag 2 and 3 are not going to be parts are going to be difficult. So what's next?
I want to take the fight directly to the usurper queen, roust her from the palace, and take back what is ours.
Naldo.
Our people have someone to fight for, and that makes Naldo purr with contentment.
Thank you for helping defend Riverhold from the usurper queen's forces.
Anytime, Gary.
Killing a dragon! That was amazing! I just wish Kamira had not revealed herself in quite so open a fashion.
So, what Kamira said is true. She's really the heir to the throne of Rimmon.
Kamira is indeed the daughter of King Hemakar and Queen Numara. She alone survived the murder of the royal family and has served as my aide ever since. The man and I hope to reveal her identity after we had the Euraxia situation more well in hand.
So you think Chimera may have jumped too soon at the reveal?
A mistake? No. I trust her instincts. She will make a good queen for our people. But Chimera lets her emotions get the better of her, and she can be reckless. I worry that those tendencies could end her rule before it truly begins.
Well, I already know the answer to this question, but for those of you playing the home game, how is it that Chimera's identity is in time?
Euraxia killed most of the palace staff and quickly spread word that the royal family was dead. Chimera hid in plain sight, often working far from Rimmon, and her pendant protects her from magical detection.
Of course.
Now, talk to Tharn. Plans must be made.
Alright, I'll talk to Abby. Abby!
You killed a dragon. Impressive, but don't let it go to your head. It was just one, and not even that large of a specimen. Plus, of course, no one will remember your feat. They're all going to be talking about the return of their queen.
Well, first off, thank you for the memento mori, Abby. Second, why didn't you help?
I had every faith in your ability to handle the situation. There was no need to intervene and tarnish your moment of glory. Besides, my considerable strategic skills serve the Khajiit cause better than my battle magic. I leave the mayhem to you.
Good. Did you happen to know that Chimera, by any chance, was rightful heir to the wooden throne?
Honestly, I had no idea. Chimera's rousing words were all well and good, but it will take more than inspiring speeches and old siege weapons to take down my half-sister.
Obviously. So, you and Gary got a plan yet to come up to deal with Euraxia?
Based on recent events, only one course of action makes sense. We must strike at Rimmon and remove my half-sister from the throne before she rallies her forces. First, however, take this. Compensation for stopping the undead and killing a dragon.
Thanks.
My half-sister continues to be an embarrassment to our family name. The time has come to deal with Euraxia. Permanently.
Ah, yes. Welcome to the dark side, Abby. Have some cookies. For those of you playing the home game, let's just go ahead and get my Katie Britt face on. Permanently? You want us to kill your own sister? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. The GOP response to the State of the Union was just so laugh out loud funny, and I mean, it wasn't, for the parts that weren't creepy, like, well, about half the time, Senator Britt decided to open her mouth and use her fundy voice. By the way, I actually found out there is a voice called the fundy baby voice. It's that voice where you have those neat submissive thing there. But yeah, let's go ahead and get back to this. Home game people. Permanently, you want us to kill your own sister. To which we say, half-sister, and yes.
Comes to that. Euraxia conquered Rimmon without authorization. She oppressed the Khajiit, unleashed hordes of undead, and made a deal with the dragons. If we don't depose her, I hate to imagine what she'll do next.
Well, I'm fairly certain I'm able to do a bit of math here, and I'm fairly certain we don't have the forces for a direct assault on Rimmon Palace, do we?
Who said anything about a direct assault? Subterfuge is called for. I suggest a small group slip into the palace, locate Euraxia, and remove her from the throne by any means necessary. Talk to Garesh Ree. He knows someone who can get us inside.
It's scary.
Now that I have revealed my true heritage, we need to act quickly, Lord Speaker.
I agree with the princess. The time has come to remove my half-sister from the throne.
Queen Tarn, I have not been a princess in a very long time.
I stand corrected. Queen Chimera. You said you had a way to get us into the palace, Lord Speaker?
I do. Five Claw, let us speak.
Alright.
Most of Abnur Tharn's plans, it is both brilliant and daring. If it has any chance to succeed, however, we need a way to get a small force into the palace without being seen. Luckily, I may have an answer.
So what's your idea for getting this palace without alerting the rest?
The former custodian of the palace, he knew the place like the back of his paw. Remarkably, he survived Euraxia's conquest and the purge of the royal family. Find him, and he should be able to provide us with an unseen path into the palace.
Who and where?
Aneshi. He served as castellan for Rimin Palace under King Hamekar. You can find Aneshi southeast of here, where he now cares for a shrine to the ancient hero Kunzari. Learn what he knows. Then meet the rest of the strike force in Rimin.
Alrighty then, let's go ahead and try. Right up an issue. Consumable. Go. Currency. I want to use a normal gold post. We'll use the normal gold post scroll. Aneshi is going to be northwest of the Hakoshe Way Shrine. Hakoshe. Usually I just vault down from the Rimmon direction here because it's...
I decided to join you. Aneshi deserves to hear that I still live in my own words.
Welcome to Aneshi's humble shrine, Kunzari.
Here, we remember the tales of the hero of ancient elsewhere.
Will the High Elves build our embassy even uglier than theirs? But no, this one shouldn't complain.
Old Aneshi doesn't get many visitors, friend. Few find much comfort in the ancient tales of Kunzari during these trying times. Wait, Aneshi recognizes your friend. She is grown now, more serious, but this one knows Princess Kamira by Jode.
Queen Kamira now, and she removes you to
Aneshi's beloved wife, Zaima, worked with the militia for a time after we avoided Euraxia's purge of the palace. Passed along information until the Euraxians caught her. They killed her in the palace courtyard. If Aneshi can help, he will do so.
Well, we're about to assault Raven Palace and do the decapitation shot, but we need to find a way to slip inside without getting spotted by Euraxia's thugs.
Then you need to enter the palace crypts. A forgotten passage in the crypts leads to the royal kitchens. Aneshi will write down directions to where he hid his master key. The key opens a door in the sewer under the palace that leads to the crypts.
Dankeschön. We'll take this.
Jode above. Old Aneshi can hardly believe his eyes. Princess Kamira.
It is truly me, Castellan. But I am Queen Kamira now. We will throw the usurper from my father's throne.
We stayed close to the castle. Zaima, my brave and beloved wife, she passed information to the militia until the vile Euraxians got her. After that, Aneshi came here to restore this ancient shrine. This one will help you as best he can, my queen.
I will visit with Aneshi, Five Claw. They've covered me.
There's Aneshi's room. Well, Work our way out of the Ashen Scar. So you can buy any Doom Rippers and shit like that, and then... There we go. That actually works out pretty good, in my opinion. We're almost right where we need to be.
Fiveclaw, over here. Tarn wants to speak to you. I assume you recovered the master key? Oh, fragrant, my friend. I have waited a long time to return to the palace. My home. Tarn will describe the plan to you. I need a moment to collect my thoughts.
We're up here in the Grimjaw Palace.
Do you doubt my claim, Fiveclaw? No, no. Sometimes I find it hard to believe as well. I was barely 13 when the soldiers attacked. My father, King Hemakar, thought the new emperor had sent troops to bolster our defenses. He was wrong.
They attacked the city.
Not just Rimmon. All of Anequina. The usurper queen hired an army and conquered our land to assuage her pride, her greed. She wanted to be a queen, so she killed my parents and subjugated my people. With your help, that ends today.
How did you survive the execution of the warriors?
My father's bodyguard, the King's Claw, escorted me to an adeptorium. I insisted on visiting the Grand Adept of the Desert Wind, and my father acquiesced. We were there when Euraxia attacked. Later, he took me to Gareshri. I never saw him again.
Cadwell!
This city, Rimmon, I believe I visited this place long ago. It was newer then, not quite as large, and there were definitely fewer Euraxians. I'm almost certain about that.
Obviously. Remembering more about the time before you became social.
It seems that before I became the emaciated epitome of perfection standing before you, I was the miscreant the world knew as Cadwell the Betrayer. My recollections of that time are all jumbled up like pieces of broken pottery in a burlap sack.
What do you think changed you?
I've been wondering about that myself. Was it the transition from life to death? When I turned into a soul shriver, perhaps the centuries I spent wandering around scenic Cold Harbor? Who can tell? I'm just glad that I'm no longer a monumental ass.
Any more visions through the eyes of your old severed head?
I've seen things that would curdle the cream in your cabbage pie. My original head is a menace, and that necromancer, Zumog Foom, he's even worse. They collected a pile of body parts. I think they're me, or the old me. It's all quite confusing.
Sure you have to help in the assault?
Wouldn't miss it for all the shackles in Cold Harbor. I live for this kind of adventure. Besides, I want to make sure they don't get around to reassembling my old body. One of me is quite enough. Two is definitely out of the question.
Alright. Zamorak.
This one feels the weight of responsibility. It bears down like a boot upon my tail.
You know, Zamorak, you do happen to have this nasty habit of wanting to tell me something but never getting around to finishing. So, you might want to end up taking a break from your meditation and tell me what you want to say.
Zamorak says many things. This one's words jump out of their own accord like fish leaping from a stream. Pay them no mind. We have much to do, Walker. Now is not the time to dredge up events that happened long ago.
Zamorak? Got something still.
You asked Zamorak about his exile and why he returned. This one supposes he needs to tell someone, so it might as well be you, Walker. Zamorak was once more than just a humble adept. He was plucked from his studies and forged into a king's claw. Zamorak set aside his studies to protect the king and the royal family. But Zamorak failed. In the end, this one could save only Chimera. After that, I exiled myself and dedicated my life
my
to peaceful contemplation.
fucking god, you blame yourself for the fucking deaths of the royals. That's why you're such a freaking stuffy arse. Why did you decide to return?
Zamorak dreamed that elsewhere was in danger. That Joan and Jode wanted me to return. To face my failure and help Chimera take back her throne. That is what Zamorak thinks. That is what Zamorak will do. But do not tell Chimera. Not yet.
Alright. Keep you secret. We'll figure out sooner or later. Alright, Abby?
I may not have figured out Chimera's true identity, but things have been hectic since I met her. Zamorak, though, he was easier to surmise. I recognized the bearing of the king's claw the moment I saw him. Did you find us a way into the palace?
The old Castellan said that... Well, Castellan said you should enter the crypts. Next.
The crypts? So that means another delightful trek through the sewers. The overwhelming stench of excrement still lingers from our last visit. Ah well. I have another task for you to deal with first, however.
What you need me to do?
The siege weapons aimed down into the city. We need to disable them before Euraxia realizes she's under attack, or she'll destroy Rimmon just to spite us. Meet Nalado and destroy 2 of the installations. Chimera will take care of the 3rd.
Do you think Zamorak was the...
Just thinking out loud. A habit I acquired during my time in the archives at White Gold Tower. Zamorak once served as a royal protector. From his bearing and the way he hovers near Chimera, he had to be one of the king's claws. It's quite obvious.
Well, if you say so, I'll go help find the good captain.
Captain Nalado's waiting for you near the siege weapons. Work with her to put them out of commission. Once we see the weapons go up in flames, we'll head out and rendezvous with you at the sewer entrance.
Won't Euraxia notice that she's half screwed?
I'm counting on it. After you and Nalado destroy the first 2 platforms and Chimera deals with the 3rd, Euraxia will order her troops into the streets to defend the city. That will mean fewer soldiers inside the palace to hamper our assault.
Are you and you will not go from here and I do less?
Zamorak, Cadwell, and I will make our way to the sewers and deal with any Euraxians stationed there. Can't have them raise an alarm and alert my half-sister to our true intentions. Are you insinuating that my contributions are lacking?
Oh, not at all. You did pretty when the dragons got sick.
Oh, how biting. Was that supposed to wound my feelings? Amateur. And have you already forgotten the part you played in the halls of Colossus? Your hands are as stained as mine. But we're going to fix this. Together. So let's get to it, shall we? The King's Claws were an elite squad of agents loyal to King Hemakar of Rimmon. They protected the king and the royal family, undertook special missions, all very hush-hush. The good captain waits near the palace. She went on ahead to scout the area and determine what opposition you might encounter at the siege weapon platforms. I appreciate that level of planning, especially since it's rare to see among the Khajiit. Someone needs to remain behind and organize what remains of the militia. The Speaker of the Main is best suited to the task. Besides, if we fail, though we won't, someone needs to respond when Euraxia unleashes destruction upon the city.
Got it.
I'll get to the far bastion. Best we don't travel together.
You do that. I'll get up and meet with Palado personally.
Alkosh has come to save us. You have nothing to fear now. You need not fear the divine.
Sure as bones. The Regan knew he should have brought more meat.
Rest your feet and wallow, O weary traveler.
Oh yeah, right. I don't even have to do that. I just gotta grab a, Ronaldo.
5 Claw. Good, good. We have work to do. Are you ready to disable the siege weapons and wreak some more havoc?
I'm ready. Let's get it. What's the plan?
The soldier guarding the gate to the south weapons platform appears bored. This one plans to give her something to get excited about. When she leaves her post, slip through the gate and set fire to the siege weapons. Be quick, 5 Claw.
There's only one single soldier guarding the west spot.
At the gate, yes. This one observed a few more soldiers on the platform, but not many. The usurper queen feels secure in Rimmon. We're about to change that.
Alright.
Watch as Nalado becomes a sleek Euraxian soldier. How do they see with this thing on? Garashi has been spotted in the market. Hurry!
Finally, some action.
Kill soldiers, burn siege weapons. Fourth platform.
Nalado will deal with the soldier. Oh, this one can't wait to get out of this dungy armor. The south platform is under attack.
Stupid cats! Wait, I better warn my lieutenant first.
Go, destroy the siege weapons. Nalado will clean up this mess. able to watch Queen Carmira destroy the far platform from over here. She did it! Now let's meet the others at the sewer entrance.
Here come the others now.
A queen should not rush into danger. It is unseemly. This one should be at her side to keep her safe.
Really a good idea.
She's queen now, so this one must do as she says. Yes, and if anything happens to our new queen, this one will have Tharn's head on a platter.
Got it. Let's go ahead and get...
Scout ahead! Tally-ho!
Everyone, unsheathe your claws.
There is the door to the crypts. Let us see if the master key still works. This one hasn't visited these crypts in a long, long time. Wait. This is the royal crypt, but it has been disturbed.
Hamikar, bringer of peace, beloved father, honored king of Iniquina, now he prowls the sands behind the stars until the mix pounce.
They took his body.
Thanks for the follow.
Desecrated the king's grave. And from the looks of it, the queen's and Camira's siblings as well.
For those of us playing the home game, Why would Euraxia dig up the royal family?
Zamorak has no clue. This royal crypt was prepared when King Hemakar ascended to the throne and married Queen Numara. Why inter the bodies and then dig them up 6 years later?
Could be Zumaku,
Dark moons. This one hopes that is not the case. To even think such a thing makes Zamarak's fur stand on end. We need to find a way into the palace, and quickly.
Euraxia not only murdered our king and queen, she desecrated their graves! She's a monster!
Wow, that is some fucked up shit, alright. Let's move on ahead, shall we? Enter Rimja Palace!
We can reach the royal chambers through the Chapel of the Guiding Moons and the Great Hall.
Put that there, and then... So we know what to do here. Pure unrelenting raw.
That's far enough. Clean your...
The Chapel of the Guiding Moons is just ahead. It's the necromancer, Zumag Foom. They locked us in.
Queen Euraxia will be delighted to hear that we have guests.
Oh, look, more cats. I do adore flaying and then roasting the nasty creatures.
If you'll excuse us, we have another member of your party to deal with.
I'm of two minds. I want to watch your cadavers tear these cheeky mudcrabs apart, but I also want to deal with my inferior duplicate. What to do, what to do.
Oh!
This one will make
More undead!
Go! Zamorak will guard your tracks.
Go left while this one goes right. We will meet in the royal chambers.
Alright. Great Hall.
Help! They're going to destroy me!
Destroy you? No, we're simply going to make
We will transfer you to Katana City.
with Queen Euraxia has reached its end. Come along.
Please, not like this. Try smashing these glass baubles. Well, that wasn't pleasant. You go on. I'll be along in a snap.
Cadwell?
Can you believe the audacity trying to absorb my essence? Really?
I know, right? For those of us playing the home game, what were they doing to you, Cadwell?
I'm not quite sure of the particulars. You'd be surprised how little of the necromantic arts I managed to pick up, even after all that time in Cold Harbor. Anyway, I think that vile head wanted, well, me, I suppose.
Well, Zumakun mentioned they were jumping ship from Euraxia. Any idea what that means?
From what I've heard, she really is a terrible ruler. And did you know she's Abner's sister? Family, am I right? The necromancer told the head that it was time to make a deal with a more powerful master, whatever that means.
You alright right now?
I'm feeling a bit deflated, really. Probably wouldn't be worth a dented soup spoon in a fight right now. Need a bit of...
We'll let you get a nap in. $8 crafting kit. First is all. Bridge.
There. Make haste. Euraxia is in the palace courtyard with Mulamnir. Be cautious. We need to know what Euraxia and the dragon are planning before we attack.
Alrighty then. In Palace Courtyard.
The mountain gate you see lies to the southwest. Sumar Kum has the key. Now, about my request.
The necromancers have already agreed to serve Calgrontid. You no longer interest us, Euraxiathon.
How dare you! We had a deal! What's this now? My incompetent half-brother and... Aha! The lost princess returns. Galador! Here. Your parents have missed you so.
And no! Fucking hell!
Mother! No! I never liked you. Now do me a favor and just die!
I'll take down that shield. You deal with the undead.
Deal with them.
The shield is down.
I'll destroy you all! The rules of oblivion!
Yep. The bitch is dead!
I need to see the throne.
You do that. I'm gonna go ahead and teabag Abby's... There we go. Teabag Abby's, where Abby's sister
Once
was.
this all began, I knew Euraxia would need to be dealt with. but sending Chimera's murdered parents against us. Death was too easy an end for my half-sister. I'm concerned that the dragons continue to work with the necromancers, though.
No regrets about killing your sis?
Half-sister. And do I really seem like the sentimental type to you?
Fair point.
Euraxia may be gone, but Mulamnir mentioned his leader, Calgruntide. He said the necromancers were helping them, and Euraxia said something about a moon gate to the southwest.
Maybe Chimera or Garishri knows something?
Perhaps. The next queen of Anequina said there's no time to mourn the dead, but I worry what happened here could affect her judgment. Let's get to the throne room and try to figure out why the dragons need necromancers and a moon gate.
Alrighty then. Throne room. Then we'll talk to Cammy Moon too.
Fallen later. I fear more pressing matters must concern us now.
There we go. There we go. And talk with Chimera.
May the dark take Euraxia! She sent my own parents against us, and killed the brave and honorable Nalado! But we have no time to mourn. We must determine what the dragons seek at the ancient moon gate.
Are you sure you're okay?
Do not presume to tell me how I should feel. I am the queen now, and I do not have the luxury or the time to grieve. After we finish saving elsewhere from the dragons, you are still with me in this Five Claw. You and Abner Thorn both. We ended one threat, but two more remain.
I'm with you.
The war is far from over. Even a queen needs to consult with such learned personages as Garishri and Abner Thorn every now and then. Take this in recognition of your efforts on our behalf, Five Claw. Then talk to Garishri. I need to think.
Alright.
This throne. For too long, a tyrant has sat upon it. But now...
The men must recognize you as the heir of Anequina. But the people already cheer your name.
Finally, this palace is a labyrinth.
A word,
Did I
Five
miss anything?
Queen Chimera went through a difficult trial just now, but she will be stronger because of it.
What did you know,
Now
Samurai?
Zamorak will tell Chimera the truth. How this one served as the king's claw and kept her safe during Euraxia's coup. If she accepts, I will take the same position in her court.
Edwell?
Zumod Foom has been collecting my original body parts. He tried to steal my essence and stick it back in my old noggin. I think he's trying to put me back together. Well, not me, the other me, the betrayer.
Can you tell me anything about him?
Must I? Oh, very well. My memories are rather muddled, but it seems that in life I was rather a distasteful chap. I was a knight, a champion. I helped people, mostly, but mostly I helped myself. Truth be told, I was a right and utter bastard.
Considering they called you the betrayer for a reason.
I had a friend, I think, another hero of the age, one of these lovely cat people, went by the name of Kunzai. I helped him do something or other. Then, when he least expected it, I stabbed him in the back. Literally. That's another of those blank spaces in my memory. I have no idea why the vile person I used to be would commit such a dastardly deed. You know, once we find my head, we need to ask it about that, right before we toss it into a roaring fire.
Good idea.
When I was a little girl, I played in this room. I pretended that Joan and Jode spoke to me over there, beneath the statues. After Euraxia's coup, I dreamed of this moment, when I could reclaim my father's empty throne. Because... Ah, damn it, Five Claw. I need a moment to think. To let everything that just occurred sink in. Besides, it takes more than sitting on a throne to make a queen. I need to consider my next actions very carefully.
Sure you're up to this?
Do you think I have not asked myself that very same question? Joan and Jode, we had to kill my parents again. And Captain Nalado, she died so that I could live. If I can be half as brave as she was. Oh, Moons, what kind of queen thinks like this?
A good queen, you're gonna be fine.
That is kind of you to say, Five Claw. I hope my people feel the same way.
And I'm thinking another break is in order here. See y'all in a bit. Shouldn't be no more than about 5 minutes, hopefully. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get these back running here. There we go. Perfect. And now,
Chimera's parents would be proud of how she has stepped forward in these dark times. Moons, I am proud of her. While Chimera gathers her thoughts, the rest of us have work to do. Tell me, what happened in the palace?
we were able to murk Euraxia, but Nalado died throwing herself before Euraxia's blast at Chimera. And dragons and necromancers are, well, forming alliance and they're working together.
You bring news both welcome and grim. But we can neither celebrate a victory nor mourn the good captain until later, I fear. We need to determine why the dragons are willing to associate with wielders of dark magic.
I heard a mention of a moongate southwest. Gucci handbag number 3 seems a bit interested in the place.
Could they be interested in the moongate of Anequina? It lies in that direction. I wonder if this pertains to Euraxia's final order. A soldier mentioned it after we captured her, but she refused to elaborate. Maybe you can help Tharn find out more.
Alrighty, then I'll help Abby determine the significance of Euraxia's final orders.
Even now, Abnor Tharn searches through the documents in the royal study, seeking information concerning this final order. Despite his show of indifference, Euraxia was his half-sister. Her death is bound to affect him. I suggest that you tread warily.
Really? You are worried about Abby Tharn, aren't you? Though I would recommend you probably don't, because she's already made it clear it's his half-sister, they weren't really close, and she went way too far, and your death was too good for her. So, but you're worried about him, aren't you?
Worried? No. That would imply I had any feelings toward the man whatsoever. I'd say I'm more concerned that his nonchalant attitude toward his sister's death might be hiding his true emotions. I trust that he's here to help, but he's still a Tharn.
Let's head to the study. And study.
When you look at the world as lines on a map, it all seems so small and insignificant. I was trying to determine the meaning of this document, but so far the secret eludes me.
Well, I'm here to help. Did you find out anything about Euraxia's last order?
I found a letter, but it's not complete. Looks like a scribe's dictation. I've been searching for more, but I haven't made much progress through the royal stacks. With your help, perhaps the search will go more quickly.
Well, tell me about the dictation.
It alludes to an order Euraxia was preparing to deliver shortly before our assault on the palace. It mentions a Captain S, the Cygnus Irregulars, and a favor for the dragons, but gives no indication as to who they are or what the favor might be.
About your half-sister.
We did what had to be done. Think no more about it. If you hadn't ended Euraxia, I certainly would have. Now, look around and see if you can find anything pertaining to this unfinished letter. I'm sure it refers to Euraxia's final order. This study contains documents from when the Khajiit ruled Rimmon, as well as papers that cover the span of Euraxia's rule. So many, many papers. She was a prolific writer, I'll give her that. At least she didn't destroy her files before she died.
Alright. We'll get to work on that. For those of us playing the home game, what is it that I'm going to be looking for?
Anything pertaining to this so-called final order. While we're looking around, let's see if we can find anything that mentions the dragons, the necromancers, or anything significant. Who knows? We might uncover something unexpectedly helpful.
Alrighty then, Abby. Get with it. Here's a report to the Queen. Your Royal Majesty, aligning myself with you is proving proof for both of us. You get any other army of undead at your disposal, I'll get rid of this fly body bitch. Only some of the visionary lore about holding so sooner. Think how far the dark arts could have progressed. Of course, the Rexian music. And we have assembled a number of battle forges where we can raise and store the undead. Unfortunately, even such as just the Scar and the Necropolis cannot contain all the bodies we need to carry from last part of the mansion. Need more prisoners, defeating more forges. Followers eagerly await the next shipment and are ready to process them immediately. Also, I happily report that the search for the betrayers' body parts continues apace. All the components pieces necessary to be destroyed very soon. We reiterate that the betrayer is the key to maintaining security to support the dragon. One more thing, have you issued the order yet to take care of that problem I've discovered hiding in buildings? Mummy and his brothers. Brethren will be much more cooperative, I assure you, once your assassination squad deals with such a minor goal in wrong. Do not claim Lord of the Dark Arts. The pill.
This study contains documents.
Our enemies. I was thought, is there differences in it? This is not sure the other races of Tamriel. The Elves. The High Elves, who rule over the quote lesser unquote races in the ordinary dominion, are without a doubt the most arrogant of the High Elf races. Which is saying quite a bit. High Elves believe they are the descendants of the Aedra. They are the descendants of the Aedra. They rule over the good elves and Khajiit while giving them token positions within the ruling hierarchy. First punishment. Good elves are barbaric people who are willing to submit to high elf rule as long as Yep. They do tend to get a bit, above themselves, but that is neither here nor there. As I read here, the Wood Elves are barbaric people who are willing to submit to high elf rule as long as their practices of ritual cannibalism are allowed to continue. They eat their enemies and even one another. They worship the trees of alien, refusing to cut them down or harm the animals that live there. Who does things like that? Keep in mind, this is actually a Daggerfall Covenant propaganda book that actually made its way all the way to the Roman Library. Roman Palace. So yeah. The Dark Elves of Morrowind are almost as bad as the High Elves. The tribunal rulers of the Dark Elves have convinced their people that they are living gods possessing great powers. These old wizards openly imitate what's called the Good Beta, or their Dark Elf ancestors. These days. The Khajiit are the cat people of elsewhere. Many rumors exist about the Khajiit. They are certainly all truths. They are a society of thieves and addicts most of their time, consuming vast quantities of the addictive substance dissolved in sugar. Just stealing off suppress their addictions. Yeah, you can see where this is actually pretty prejudicial. As I strongly point over to the left, the peoples of the Daggerfall comprehend are strong and diverse groups. It is not true of the other races of Tamriel. Argonians are the lizard folk of the Black Marsh. Little is known about their nature, save for a few rumors and lots of hearsay. It is known that they originate from the trees that grow in the Black Marsh. The environment of the marsh has given the Argonians resistance to the toxic substances found there. The society of Black Marsh is primitive by the standards of other races. They're humans. The Nords are the hardened folk of the North, hailing from Skyrim. These brutes live for war and conquest. When not fighting others, the Nords fight amongst themselves. The Nords are not a very bright people. It seems the air of Skyrim has led to a stunting of the mental capacity of the Nords. That's just the alcohol. Second, the Cyrodiil are cunning and ruthless people. Central location of Cyrodiil is going to be in contact with all the races of Tamriel and made them pioneers and diplomats. Also, they're very shrewd with silver tongues and cheating ways. They have a sense of entitlement to rule of all the enemies of the Daggerfall Company. It is the people of Cyrodiil that are the most dangerous. Well, I can see that a little bit, but you never mentioned seeing the Skyrim, though, have you? Game it is. Araxia's personal journal. Khajiit myths and legends continue to fascinate me. After all, it was the stories of Kunzari as told by the Moon Singers that led me to the Wrathstone and allowed me to trick my blundering half-brother into releasing the dragons from the halls of Colossus. I wonder what else might be waiting for me in the remaining tales of Kunzari. Certainly the significance of the betrayer, whose disgusting hand follows my chief necromancer around like a sad little puppy. He came to us from those legends, and the need for the Moongate, though I listed it, at least here in my province, a complete understanding of the mental metaphysics behind it all still. Meanwhile, I understand that our investigation into the rumors of the last surviving member of the Dragon Guard here in Elsewhere found me suspicion. Value of our relationship, I look forward to studying Prefect Halo's report in greater depth. If the Infernal Man ever is descended.
Old Khajiiti legends and rumors of a last Dragon Guard. Intriguing.
Dragons report from Queen. To Her Exalted Majesty Queen Araxia, this report summarizes my conclusions and dragons that have made their presence known throughout all the ESO. The dragon that calls itself Millennier refers to an even more powerful creature known as called Granti. Fighting dragons to support our efforts against the Khajiit rebels. Ask these with instrumental and our victories as you predicted. You could be control of the entire region, unfortunately. Or a main concern difference between our troops in the end. They take no care to avoid any casualties and see rebel destruction and end of the target. Your control of creatures is haphazard as my recommendation follows. Order Millennier to instruct the dragons to obey the chain of command, work them best when we can maintain control over their actions. Also, we must perform a service for the dragons to seal our alliance, as we send the assassination squad to meet the last Dragon Guard we can have in the Elsewhere wilderness. Agus or strategist to
control dragons? What folly. But what was that about killing the last Dragon Guard?
Captain's letter. Your Royal Majesty, my trained squad of elite assassins is ready to perform whatever services you require. However, since my assassins are few in number, we prove provide support to the auxiliary troops. If I may be so bold, I suggest granting you golden commandeer soldiers from the Cygnus or regulars. Stop at St. Swirl Manor and to collect the Prefect Killer's report in the last Dragon Guard. Besides, any chance to stick a knife in that haughty Imperial always appeals to me. My mercenaries to be superior to his troops. I hate him for it. Captain Solinia.
Captain Solinia. That must be Captain S. And the Cygnus Irregulars are Imperial troops under the command of Prefect Kalo at Sandswirl Manor. I think you found everything I need to fill in the blanks. Let's talk.
Alrighty then.
The documents you uncovered allow me to make sense of this unfinished dictation. I believe I now know the contents of Euraxia's final order.
sad.
Euraxia ordered Captain Sorlinia to assassinate a dragon guard in an effort to appease the dragons. Sorlinia plans to commandeer as many additional soldiers as necessary from Prefect Kalo at Sandswell Manor and retrieve a report. Neither do I, at least not fully. The Dragon Guard were the sworn protectors of the Imperial Emperor. At least they were until they fell out of favor. Euraxia has ordered her assassins to murder what she claims to be the last Dragon Guard. Don't ask me. The Dragon Guard I knew failed to protect the potentates and were disbanded in disgrace. They claim to have descended from legendary Akaviri dragon hunters. But that's all it was. A legend. We need to get to Sandswell Manor. We can't take any chances. Euraxia's final order directs her assassins to murder the last Dragon Guard. If the dragons consider this threat real, we need it on our side. Meet me west of the city, on the outskirts of Sandswell Manor.
Do you know anything about either party?
Kalo is mentioned in Garesh Rhee's intelligence reports. He commands a garrison of troops in an estate seized when they conquered the region. As for Sorlinia, I've never heard of her. But an assassination squad, they're never a good thing.
They definitely are not. Good rendezvous.
Are the people of Rimmon cowards?
They're just afraid, Chimera. Remember, the dragons still darken the skies overhead.
But we need to replenish our forces. I fear there are more battles ahead.
You carry the weight of the kingdom, Chimera, but the crown is not yet yours.
Yes, yes. I must be recognized by the Main and Queen Eren. Which reminds me, has the Dominion sent us any aid?
A few advisors, some gold, but no troops. We are on our own.
Oh. Sadly, you will have to do that for now. But that should help us out slowly. There's... Ah! I know where that is. As we slowly make our way over here. Encoder overloading a bit.
Oh, I hope no one's hurt. This shudders to think of the damage that he's doing.
An Imperial garrison housed in a Khajiiti estate. My half-sister spared no expense, I see.
we go.
Prefect Kalo commands a full complement of soldiers, mostly seasoned Imperials and not the Nibonese mercenaries that make up Euraxia's main forces. It's probable that Solinia and her assassination squad is here as well, so I advise caution. I prefer to avoid unnecessary bloodshed, of course, but these are enemy forces. We must do what we must to complete our mission. Try not to alert the entire garrison to our presence, and keep an eye out for Captain Solinia or anything related to Euraxia's final order. We need to determine where the assassination squad plans to strike if we're going to save the Dragon Guard. As I said, the Dragon Guard I knew were the Emperor's protectors. I suspect this has more to do with legends that speak of their role as dragon hunters of old. Idle speculation isn't going to accomplish anything. If I were younger...
If you were young. Your age, that was hard.
I feel the weight of my years, and it gets worse the longer this goes on. In my younger days, I would have already corralled the dragons and banished the necromancers to a forgotten plane of oblivion. Enough of this. I'll meet you inside.
Alright, alright.
One of Kalo's pet cats. Time to make me a fur coat.
What? Intruders!
At least I'm getting something done.
How good of you to join me. Let's talk.
Oh, really?
We need to speak quickly. I doubt I'll remain undiscovered for very long.
You really like to flash your magic, don't you?
This projection, a simple spell. Nothing to it, really. But that's not what I want to discuss. I'm hiding in an empty servant's quarters at the moment. I discovered that Prefect Kalo is no longer in charge here. That's the thing. Prefect Kalo isn't really one of the Euraxians. His cohort of Imperials accompanied my half-sister into Rimmen, but he's been a vocal opponent of her coup and subsequent claim of rulership. Apparently, he refused another order.
Where are they holding Prefect Kalo?
Kalo's probably being held on one of the lower levels. See if you can find him. He should be able to tell us more about the Dragon Guard and Solinia's orders. Wait a moment. I'm about to have company. I'll find my way to you as soon as I can.
Alright, I'll try to find Prefect. This one will die, sadly.
Interesting. You're not one of Euraxia's mercenaries.
No shit.
I'm Prefect Kalo, commander of the Cygnus Irregulars. And you're that outsider working with the Khajiit militia. I expected you hours ago. Well, let's not dawdle. You have an assassination squad to stop, I assume, so if you'd open my cell?
How do you know who I am?
It's elementary. I pay attention to every significant event that occurs in the region. Comes with my job description. I have agents, spies, and informers from Riverhold to Rimmen. The dossier on you could choke a Wamasu. Now, about this door?
First, tell me why they locked you in.
I'm an Imperial without an Emperor. My cohort was assigned to accompany Euraxia on a fact-finding mission. She turned it into a conquest. I tried to temper her more violent tendencies, but her mercenaries outnumber my legionaries by a wide margin.
So why lock you up now?
I refused a direct order. Wouldn't give Solinia my soldiers or my file on the last Dragon Guard. So, here I am. How about this? You can find a copy of the report in my office. If the information it contains helps you, then come back and set me free.
You seem very unusually willing to cooperate with an ally of the very foolish.
I'm a reasonable man. I have no great love for this land, but neither do I want to see it destroyed. Dragons were the last straw. In other words, this is me making a stand. You can find a copy of the Dragon Guard report in my office upstairs.
So Euraxia wasn't sent.
Conquer Rimmen? Euraxia was sent on imperial business to a province that owed us fealty. There was no reason to conquer a place we historically controlled. No. She decided to make her own play for power while Emperor Varen was otherwise engaged.
All along.
It was complicated. Look, our quick visit turned into an invasion. Euraxia contracted an army of Nibonese mercenaries to back her up. And then the Emperor disappeared and his empire collapsed. We were stuck here without orders or assistance.
Tell me about that.
She burst into my office with orders from Euraxia, demanded I provide soldiers to support her assassination squad, then commanded that I turn over my file on this so-called last Dragon Guard. I politely refused both requests, and she had me arrested.
Assassination squad.
An elite unit of mercenaries. They're rabid dogs that Euraxia points at our enemies. They like to kill, and they're extremely good at it. With the urging of the dragons, she pointed them at their current target, the so-called Last Dragon Guard.
Euraxia's final order issued
Well,
right before him.
that puts a new spin on the situation. Solinia took my file. Then she and her soldiers went to assassinate this supposed Last Dragon Guard to appease Euraxia's dragon. Not much. I never got around to reviewing the report. You can read it yourself in my office.
Well, I knew I had to snuff the rooster here sometime. Might as well make it now. Frostfall. 29 Frostfall, 29 Yeah. See, here's the thing I never got about that. Technically, Molly B was there through an intermediary. Was technically following Cold Harbor Compact. By taking the request. Oh wait, never mind. There was the old... Don't mind me, just having fun with my sax. Do that. Shit. Good shit. Good shot. Small game in the cabinet. People are weird. And a girdle and a small shirt. Thankfully, if you have good sense of people, yeah. A copy of a report prepared by Secretary of Felixia, Intelligence Officer, assigned to Cygnus Regulars. Began looking at reports of a surviving member of the disgraced and disbanded Dragon Guard hiding in the woods. In regards to Araxia Thorn's interest, contacts him and informs that he has ordered a thorough search of the Royal Archive for very scrap of info. We should have that on the subject. Seems the legends. Hurricane, the organization orders as dragon hunters are known as Conqueror's Imagination. That is because the dragons are also interested in this idea to ascertain its conflict information. One keeper has stories claiming that the entire Dragon Guard Legion has been hiding in the scars since the dragons disappeared in the ancient past, or they took a single caretaker removed. Guarding the secrets of the Legion order and hidden sanctuary. Confirm that records kept by the Magisters knowledge of the Dragon Guard do trace their practices as the active dragon heroes of old. While most of the order gave those traditions after the dragons disappeared in the gardens, there were some documents from the Solomon in the future. Here's a promising lead. This will be to the hidden activation Western Star. Stories told over during Sovereign time instead of deadly traps, and also indicates in the Dragon Purple. The little communities and for dating little ones one day. Find Abby.
The report. Now we can continue our conversation without being separated by those inconvenient bars.
Ah, there you are. And I see you've captured Prefect Kalo. I presume he surrendered without a fight?
Absolutely without a fight. Like, 100% in fact she got captured.
Don't look so shocked. My irregulars are very good at what they do. It was simple enough for them to sneak in and set me free. Now, what did you learn from the report? Anything that will help us stop Captain Solinia and her assassination squad?
Why would you want to help stop the assassination?
As I said, we were never willing participants in Euraxia's conquest of Northern Elsewhere. My irregulars did as little as possible to advance her agenda, and we worked to sabotage it as often as not. Besides, have you forgotten about the dragons?
What about the future handouts?
The dragons won't stop after they kill or subjugate the Khajiit. We're in as much danger as everyone else. If Lord Garesh-Ri pardons my soldiers, we'll help fight the dragons. But we're going to need the Dragon Guard. Do you know where he is?
Scar, Akaviri Shrine.
Grand Chancellor, I propose that you get Garesh-Ri to pardon the Cygnus Irregulars so we can form an alliance.
An alliance? Interesting. Comrades would be helpful in the battles to come. I'll return to Rimmon, plead Kalo's case, and send someone to help you. Meanwhile, I suggest you start your search for the shrine at the Stitches.
Alright, head over to Snitches Get Stitches. Alrighty then, we're gonna go ahead and head east back to Rinjob here, and then we'll head to the Stitches. Ninja. yeah. There we go. That worked.
Careful where you flaunt your wealth.
Samara. Zamzam!
Saulinia, the assassin who murdered King Hemakar and Queen Numara. Zamorak heard that name often on the day of Euraxia's coup. Perhaps this one can finally get justice for the royal family.
Face her back then.
No. Zamorak was guarding Kamira that day. We were far from the palace. Anyway, this one learned that the local crime lord provided Saulinia with guides who know the Scar well. We must hurry if we hope to catch them.
Let's go stop the assassination
The Scar
squad.
can be a treacherous place, Five Claw, even without the addition of a Nibonese assassination squad. We need to hurry, but we should also proceed with caution.
What about your time as King's Law?
King Hemakar saw something in Zamorak. He specifically requested this one during a visit to the Desert Wind. Zamorak set aside his studies and devotions to become the King's Claw. I pledged my life to keep the royal family safe.
You weren't able to stop Euraxia?
No. Kamira wanted to visit the Desert Wind Adeptorium. This one was tasked to guard her. So, Zamorak was not in the palace when Euraxia and her troops arrived. They were welcomed as emissaries of the Emperor, but they were lions about to pounce.
You sure able to get Kamira safe?
A small success in an avalanche of failure. Guilt consumed Zamorak because he lived and the royal family died.
Let's go, folks. That is a lot of...
Wait, that body. It's one of the assassins. They must have passed this way. More bodies. The hired guides. Saulinia's work, Samarak thinks.
Got plenty of good.
Dilly dilly, I suppose.
This one helps you, yes?
Fezzes. So cute, so offensive at times, but... And so stereotypically he should.
Trade with Khajiit?
Let's go.
Look, there is a door behind these stones. Is this the place we seek?
Looks like it. Proval Shrine.
That door. Not even all of Zamarak's strength and training can budge a magical barrier. Maybe the pedestal. The pedestal maintains the magical barrier, but Zamarak does not know how. The assassins. They stole.
Won't be the only thing that stains my blade this day.
The assassins. The assassins. They stalk the southern passages. We must hurry. Whatever has been hiding behind that door for all these years can wait a little longer. We need to deal with the assassins.
Right.
Traps. They stopped some of the assassins, but not all of them. We must be wary.
That works.
from us forever, Dragon Guard.
You couldn't find an Alfiq in Alabaster, Euraxian dolt?
Dragon Guard, we're running out of time.
Bomhak Rowat Bukinri. Journey on with many names, war hunt deliverance. None take spoil, none seek glory, when kin of gods must die, though more beautiful than we. Bomhak Rowat Bukinri.
Another maze. We must find a way to the other side. Small people wander. And longer than most people.
Once I select a target, it always dies.
I trained to fight dragons. This isn't going to end the way you expect.
There we go. There we go. In death is promise. It's on Urger and Bry Soldi, and in turns to a song that is the promise that weary serving. Side, I'll show us the message.
Now, Dragon Guard, you and your order die. Oh, good. More blood.
Thank you, Five Claw. With Saulinia dead, maybe the royal family can finally rest in peace. The Dragon God ran through that door, but he was wounded. We should help him.
Are you alright?
Zamarak. There was a heaviness on Zamarak's soul. Now it disperses like sand in the wind.
Well, you brought the killer of the royal family to justice.
This one promised to find a new path. But these events just returned him to the same one he walked before. Yes. But Zamarak believed his previous life of violence caused those deaths.
Sometimes you gotta fight fire with fire.
Violence ended the life Zamarak knew, and violence has given Zamarak a new life to lead.
We'll go ahead and meet up with him. Portland.
Damn assassin. She knew her stuff. I saw her fall, though. Thanks for that. After all these years, why do I suddenly have so much company?
Well, dragons have returned. Euraxia sent the assassin because she thought you knew how to stop them.
I know about the dragons. I sent word to the other sanctuaries.
Other sanctuaries? I thought you were the last.
The last? I didn't think so. But no one else has responded. Maybe. No. I know at least one other is still out there. He'll come. He has to.
Is there a really way to stop them?
Take my ring. It will open the sanctuary. Find the dragon horn. You have to. Have to.
May Kenarthi guide you to the sands behind the stars. Below. That looks like Prefect Kalo. What is he doing here?
I guess orders.
Ah, there you are. We came as soon as we could. Were you able to stop Captain Solinia and her assassins?
Well, Seleni's dead, but so is the Dragon Guard. How did it go with Chimera?
Both dead? Solinia deserved it. A shame about the Dragon Guard, though. And yes, it took some convincing and Tharn's most diplomatic negotiation tactics, but Queen Chimera has accepted our help. Provisionally.
Provisionally.
The Cygnus Irregulars are on probation. For now. Once Queen Chimera sees us in action, I'm sure she'll come around. Until then, I wanted to make sure you are all right. Beating Solinia is no small feat. I'm sorry we lost the Dragon Guard, though.
Well, we got a key to a sanctuary. We're on our way to a dragon horn.
A dragon horn? Like the one at Star Haven Adeptorium? Huh. Well, if you think this old relic can help, lead the way.
The barrier has fallen. Let us see what awaits within.
Are these the remains of the Dragon Guard? Books and scrolls. I knew it. Knowledge is power, my friend. You'll see.
Such a small thing when compared to the dragons. Still, we should take it to Rimmon, yes?
Yep, we definitely
I
should.
want to take another look at these books. We'll meet you back in Rimmon.
Zamarak will linger as well, to make sure the Imperials find their way back. This dragon horn, it is different from the one at Star Haven. It has no light, no energy.
Star Haven?
An adeptorium. Zamarak stayed there after he returned to Anequina. It was attacked by a dragon. One of the old treasures of Star Haven was a dragon horn. When sounded, the dragon cried in pain. The horn faded to dust after it was used.
This dragon horn is different.
Zamarak cannot explain it. I do not remember the large horn having a detachable small horn, but I did not examine it too closely. When this one approached the Starhaven Dragonhorn, it was like being near a great heartbeat. This horn is quiet.
Well, now that you have the Dragonhorn, I suppose we should get back to Rimmon and see what Queen Chimera and Chancellor Tharn want us to do next. You know, it feels good to be doing something other than trying to rein in Euraxia for a change.
What are you really doing?
We're in a Dragonguard sanctuary. Old relics like this Dragonhorn are all well and good, but I want to see if we can find any books or scrolls that can tell us something about how to fight the dragons. Dragonguard, Akaviri, ancient Nord warriors. Someone battled the dragons successfully in the past. Who's to say we won't find a record of their tactics and techniques here?
Alright, well, you do that, I'll go ahead and head back to the palace. Should be at a relatively good spot, too. And we're out and elsewhere, and it's just a matter of popping up over here, I suppose. There we go. Make our way up and around over to the Way Shrine. Reporting. There we go. And now the king's getting...
It's happening again. I see a dragon.
Cadwell? Cadwell? What was that about a dragon? Ah, there you are. See to Cadwell, if you would. Then join us in the throne room for the War Council.
Hello? Is someone there? I appear to be back in my head. Well, my other head. The other head. This is so confusing. Wait. Things are becoming clearer now. Yes, well, there you are. Oh, so good to see you again, my friend.
What did you see, Cadwell?
I saw that nasty orc necromancer, Zumog Foom. He really is a despicable fellow. And there was a dragon, a huge, powerful, eyes as big as a house dragon. They called it Carl Grunteed, means champion of the bound time. How do I know these things?
Yep. Before you ask, call champion Brawn-bound Tea Time. Thank you for learning Dragon 105. See or hear anything else, Cadwell?
Well, yes, I did. Seems the ears are as connected as the eyes. They talked about the moons, something about an eclipse and the perfect time to use the gate. I remember something about that from when I was the betrayer, but the details are hazy.
Your memories of your life are returning.
My memory returns in dribs and drabs, but I'm not sure that's a good thing. If I remember anything helpful, though, I'll let you know. Where are my manners? They're waiting for you. Queen Chimera has called another war council in the throne room.
You know what the war council is about?
But I know one way to find out. Head inside and see what the Cat Queen has to say.
Alrighty then. It'll be you an honor to have fun. Push.
The archives were extremely helpful once I found the appropriate documents.
Our moon singers and moon priests have always paid particular attention to detail. What did you learn?
Tharn found documents regarding an ancient agreement with the Dragon Guard. They apparently provided a weapon to use against the dragons.
This relates to the legends of Kunzari and Queen Anequina, yes?
Pardon the interruption, Queen Chimera, but that sounds like the dragon horn we found. That dragon guard didn't survive, but he gave us the Anequina dragon horn.
So this alliance I reluctantly agreed to has borne fruit.
The Cygnus Irregulars assisted, but your agent did the important work.
A weapon from the Dragon Guard. Interesting. Come, Five Claw. I want to hear your report.
Let's hear it.
Agreeing to an alliance with Imperials. At least it appears this Prefect Kalo assisted you. Tell me what happened out there, Five Claw. I want to hear it from you.
Well, the assassin did kill the Dragon Guard, but we did deal with the assassin and acquired the Anequina Dragon Horn.
So that is the Dragon Horn. It is much smaller than I thought it would be, and it looks fragile. Sound it once and it will probably crumble to dust. What are we supposed to do with such a thing? As always, you have my thanks, Five Claw. Euraxia hoped to appease the dragons by assassinating the last Dragon Guard of Elsewhere. He died, but at least you acquired the Anequina Dragon Horn and avenged his death. Now if we only knew what to do with the damn thing.
Well, it makes noise like any other horn.
I know how a horn works, Five Claw, but this is a relic of ancient magic. I do not want to damage it before we learn the true significance of its power. I will have Tarn do more research. In the meantime, we have another matter to deal with.
Another one?
Cadwell's visions strike more frequently now, with more urgency. Tarn believes Zumog Foom is close to reassembling Cadwell's dismembered body. I want you to stop him. The betrayer of legend must not be reborn.
Alright, I'll find Zumog Foom and work the betrayer.
Abner Tarn checks on Cadwell regularly. Find them and see if they can tell you where Zumog Foom hides. Meanwhile, I will consult with Gareshri. Review the Kunzari stories before we task Tarn with learning more about the Dragon Horn.
Why does everything seem to want to point back around to the legends of Kunzari?
Legends and myths make up a great part of who we are, Five Claw. For the Khajiit, the truth of our stories is the truth, pure and simple.
Dragon Horn part of the story.
Kunzari and his company of heroes predate the arrival of the Akaviri and Tamriel. It was the Akaviri who gave rise to the Dragon Guard and revealed the secrets of the Dragon Horn. As I understand it, the Starhaven Dragon Horn was a gift. From the ancient order of the Dragon Guard, if I remember what the adept at Starhaven once told me. I assume the same is true of the Anequina Dragon Horn. It's too bad that Dragon Guard you met did not live long enough to tell you more.
Alrighty then, so. We will go ahead and deal with that later. As our next step, we'll have to be talking to Abby. Actually, we'll go ahead and talk to Abby before we have to leave.
Hold, varlet! Don't you dare attach that foot to my ankle.
This is Cadwell's longest episode yet. Perhaps I can...
That's it! Time to give you knaves what for.
Bizarre visions. Dismembered bodies. I hate necromancy. Cadwell trusts you, Five Claw. You talk to him.
Who's there? Speak up! I'm about to teach these rapscallions a valuable lesson. And yes, I plan to make it hurt.
Cadwell, it's me. What's going on?
Ah, jolly good. I could use a noble squire for the battle ahead. To battle him. Anyway, Zumok Foom has gathered the dismembered parts of the betrayer's body. I can't allow the necromancer to put me, back together.
What are you saying? Where is Zumok Foom?
I'm not entirely certain. It's definitely a dark, menacing cavern. Just the sort of place necromancers enjoy hanging around. Oh! Here now! Stop that! Your pardon, noble squire, but I have to go kick myself in the head.
Cadwell, wait! Wait!
Stop to these dastardly villains!
Tarn, can you determine where Cadwell disappeared to?
Of all the foolish, idiotic, misguided things that Cadwell has ever done, this may be the worst of them all. He fancies himself a hero, but he's given Zumog Foom exactly what he needed.
What do you mean? What is Zumog Foom, Cadwell?
I'm no expert on necromancy, but it's obvious that our Cadwell is the last piece Zumog Foom needs to restore the betrayer. He has all the parts of Cadwell's dismembered body, and now Cadwell has handed him the final component. His very essence.
You mean the, You mean soul equivalent that a soul shriven has?
Does a soul shriven have a soul? I have no idea how the philosophy of oblivion accounts for such things, but there must be some kernel of the original Cadwell inside the one we know. It stands to reason the necromancer would need that as well.
How do we help Cadwell? We don't even know where he went.
I managed to scry Cadwell's portal before it winked out. It connected to an ancient crypt in the Scar, not far from the Stitches. Head there immediately. The rest of us will make preparations and join you as soon as we can.
Alright, we'll find Zumok Foom's lair in the Scar and meet you there. Gary?
The betrayer did terrible things to the Khajiit of old. Zumog Foom must not be allowed to return that monster to life. Do whatever you must, Walker. Whatever you must.
This one will enjoy putting a stop to the necromancer Zumog Foom.
We need to proceed cautiously where Zumog Foom is concerned. He's not only powerful, he's crafty. He won't be defeated as easily as his followers.
Garishri and I will do what we can to uncover the secrets of the Dragonhorn. Take Tarn and the others and stop Zumog Foom. The betrayer must not be restored to full power. I just wish we knew how this all ties into the plans of the dragons.
So, all that going on. This has all been fun and swell. Thankfully, it's a relatively short thing to go to the Stitches and to the right, but we will do that another 10. Right now, it is more than likely well past 3:30, but I do want to get this East quest done, dealt with. So, as soon as we get over to a nice, good place. There we go. But yeah, in any case, with the time being 3:35, wow, definitely time for us to say. Now, y'all have been a wonderful audience. I do hope to see you all again at 8 o'clock tonight, where we'll wrap up the Elsewhere chapter here, and then move on to Drakengard and get started with the prequel quest for that. Until then, folks, peace out, and I'll see you when I see you. Now let's go ahead and come in for a landing. See who we got. I'm loath to jump into somebody playing FIFA 22. He is a friend. Let's go ahead and jump in on with him. Until next time, folks. Peace.